Hey guys, so today I wanted to do my daily makeup look. So this is like the makeup look I'm doing almost every day unless I'm going to an event or like something special. But this is just my no makeup makeup look. So I'm starting with a clean face, I'm moisturized, and I'm ready to go. So I like to start with Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow. It can be used as like a base or a highlighter. I like to use it as a base for my concealer. So I put like this much in my hand and I like to put it all over my skin because it makes your skin like look like it's glowing from the inside. I just put it all over. Cool. And sometimes if like I'm just, running errands, I'll use this as just like my foundation if I want something super sheer. And then I've been using Estee Lauder products probably since I've started using makeup. So I am using their Perfectionist Youth Infusing Brightening Serum plus concealer. So it's like an anti-aging, which I'm all about, especially approaching 30. It's like an anti-aging makeup line. So I like to use this stick. It comes with these two parts, but I never use this liquid part. I always like to use the stick because I feel like I have more control. And I always just start under my eyes and like get any imperfections. That guy's really been bothering me lately. I feel like people have so many ways of doing this, and I don't think there's any right way to put on makeup or use skincare. It's just, what you feel is best for your skin and your face and what you know works. So this is what works for me and it might work for you. I like to use a brush to fill it in just to get it like even around my face. Sometimes I'll use my hands too. It really just depends on my mood and like how much time I have, but today I'm taking my time with you guys. Let's use just like a little bit more on this blemish here. And so if I have spots like that, sometimes instead of spreading, I'll just like pat it so it still has like a good layer of coverage. There, that already looks better. So if I'm feeling a heavier look and I want extra coverage, I usually go over my Estee Lauder concealer with Charlotte Tilbury's Light Wonder Youth Boost Perfecting Skin Foundation. So that's kind of similar to the Wonder Glow that we use as a base in the beginning. Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But I'm not really feeling a heavy look today. I kind of want to keep it light. So I'm gonna immediately go to my bronzer, and I used Westman Atelier's bronzer. It's a new brand that was created by a celebrity makeup artist. And the products are all supposed to promote good skin health, which I love. So this is like my idea of contouring. I just like to use an angled brush, and I kind of just go in like a 3, like this. So I'm getting like below and going here, like a 3. Same on the other side. So I don't want to cover my entire face with the bronzer, but I do want to get those angles. And so I'll use like a fluffier brush like this and just blend it. Just make it less dense so it blends. So I'm bringing out my cheekbones and my jawline with the bronzer. Cool. And so next I like to focus on my under eyes. I like to use IT Cosmetics, sorry, you can't even see the label anymore, I've used it so much. IT Cosmetics Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. It's very thick, so it comes out, like a lot comes out in like a little bit. So I just put the tiniest, literally the tiniest amount on my fingertip, and I like to put it in like a triangle shape under my eye. So you never want to just fill exactly under the eye. Like I like to bring it down like that. Otherwise you'll have kind of raccoon eyes. It kind of defeats the purpose. So I go as close to my under eye as possible and down in a triangle. And so I'll just get another brush kind of that's denser and I'll just fill it in. Cool. I also like to put any extra on any part of my face that I would highlight. Just like right down the center of my nose and under my chin and on the top of my lip. But I like having the base of my face done first before I do eyes or my eyebrows. So after that, I alternate between Hourglass Cosmetics and Glacé's Boy Brow for my eyebrows. I love using a wand. I'm not a huge fan of like the gels where you have to, you know, stick in a brush and fill it in. Like I just feel like I don't have a lot of control and I like it to look more natural. I really just want to brush up the hairs on my eyebrow, and I like the Hourglass Cosmetics wand because it's so spaced apart, so not like you don't get a ton of product coming out, and for your eyebrows when you mess them up it's like the most annoying thing to have to go back and redo them, like beyond. So I just like to brush it up a little bit at the top, just a little. This is kind of weird doing this in the mirror, but we are learning together here. It's really all I'm doing is just brushing up the top there. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that even looks better. And if like I'm feeling it, like if I have time, I like to use Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I like to use it for my eyebrows. There's a color called Cashmere Bunny that I love. It's not too dark. It's this one right here. And sometimes I'll just go over, you know, kind of shape the top with an angled brush. And bring it back a little. I need an eyebrow wax, you guys, that's for sure. But I'm doing the best I can, given what I have. Okay, so eyebrows are done. My base skin is done. So for my eyes, I like to use the same Too Faced Cashmere Bunny color. This one. Not too heavy. Just a nice starter, and I like to go up kind of to the crease. And then for my lower lid, I like to use kind of like a lighter color so it brings out my eyes. I'm gonna use this Honey Pot color. It's kind of gold. I've used it a lot, clearly. There's not a lot left. But I like to go just on my, you know, almost on my lash line here. And I'm using a smaller brush just so I have like a little more control. It's pretty. Okay. And then the last thing for my eyes, well, as far as the powder, I like to use this Sexpresso color, this darker one, just a little bit because it comes out very quickly, just on the, really on the crease. I feel like it's best, you know, for eyeshadow to use natural colors. Like, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, that's just me personally. I think that makeup artists and, you know, people who are super, super creative, I think, and if it's their personality, that's great. But for me, I like to use kind of just natural, simple colors, things that, you know, wouldn't be crazy or like unnatural to my skin. Yeah, so just a little bit. Like, if this, I will do like a going out look, which is a little bit different, a little more dramatic, but this is like my everyday work look, weekends, like during the day. Okay. So then this is like my favorite thing, my favorite part of my beauty routine is using this Bobbi Brown eye-opening mascara. It is magic. Let me first actually get a Q-tip, because I like to get a Q-tip in case I go over my eye. My eyelashes are so long from using Lash Boost that they'll actually like hit the top of my eye sometimes. So I'm gonna get a Q-tip. Q-tips are great for cleanup. But yeah, I will do my mascara last. I don't usually like to do a top eyeliner or even bottom. It really, I'll use it for a nighttime look, but not so much for daytime. Okay, so I don't like to start with a ton, but I like to go the top of my lash and the bottom. And I like to especially put it on the corners. Look how different that eye looks from this one. I like to especially put it on the corners of my lash because that is really what is gonna make that definition. I like to do the bottom as well. I like to do 2 coats. I hope I'm not making a weird mascara face. Yeah, but you see that like a little bit got on the top, and I like to just use the Q-tip to clean it up. Look at that, it makes such a difference, guys. Some people, you know, I like my eyelashes to look really defined and thick. This fits the bill for sure. That is like my favorite part of my routine. Okay, after that, I like to do a little bit of contour. I'm not like a Kim Kardashian or anything like that. Love her, that was not hate, but I don't have that skill set. But I do like to just define my nose a little bit. Not change my nose, just a little bit of definition. I like to bring it up to the corner of my eye. We're just defining here. We're not changing the shape of our nose. My motto for makeup is like, if you take off your makeup at night, your face should look pretty much the same. We're just trying to accentuate our, you know, natural features. So that's my motto, but you know, some people love using a ton of makeup to completely change their look, and that's great, but I don't use it for that purpose. So yeah, so my nose is like just a little bit more defined. And then I'd like to go over that with the same Honey Pot color, this gold. I will use that for like highlight. So I'll put it like down the center of my nose, kind of at the top of my brow line. And then, where is she? So I like to, so mascara and blush are my favorite parts of my routine. I also just started using Westman Atelier's blush. This is the Baby Cheeks blush stick. I love it. It goes on so smooth. So I like to just put it on like this. Rub it in. I like to use my hand. I could use a brush, but I like my hand for this. Any extra I like to weirdly put on my forehead. Yeah, I feel like blush can really define your cheekbones and your face a lot. Okay, and lastly, I like to use Erin's, I think this is her, yeah, her lip conditioner in Rose. It's really sheer, it's not a bright color, it comes out like this. But I have big, kind of big lips, so it's rare I'll use a color, but this has just the slightest tint of pink to it, and also is really conditioning. And I also love to use her Amber Musk perfume. It's like so good, and I just ran out of it. But this is my everyday makeup look. It's simple, it's natural. I will do like a nighttime look as well. It's a little bit different. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you got some tips. I'm not a, expert by any means, but I just wanted to share my beauty routine with you guys because I love beauty so much.